be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's the deal? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. Hope you enjoyed the content. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all, so I'm back with another video. We got some food, we got story time. I got some homemade tacos, y'all. These are turkey tacos. I have some stuff on it, got some stuff off to the side. So let me tell you what I have so far. So I got some ground turkey on here, some cheese, a little bit of green onion, some cilantro, and some tomatoes. Got some guacamole off to the side that I made. Guacamole, got some jalapenos. I got some sour cream, y'all. And y'all, I got this. This is that kimchi sauce, the kimchi hot sauce that was in my Aldi grocery haul. This is good. So I'm adding this to the tacos too. I had tacos the other day and these tacos were fire, so I had to have it again for this video. So let's go ahead and put our stuff on the tacos and then we could eat. I guess I should do all four at the same time. Do it while I'm here. And I'll tell you guys what's in my, what I have inside of my guacamole. This guacamole turned out so good, so good. It's nice and chunky. I like mine chunky, but I like it smooth too. I guess if I had to choose, it would be chunky, but I like it chunky. I'm gonna tell y'all what I put in my guacamole in just a second. Put some jalapenos. So clearly, y'all, my spice level has gone up. Cause I ain't never really been the type to add jalapenos and stuff like that, but I'm definitely eating much spicier food these days. I am for sure. So let's put a little drizzle of the hot sauce as well. Yes. This is making me so happy, y'all. I love tacos. I could do this every day. I would never get tired of this, ever. So I'm gonna give y'all a good look at this. All right, so I gave y'all a close-up on the tacos. Now it's time to eat. Which one I wanna start with? Let's do this one. Tacos get messy, and that's all right with me. That's all right with me. This is so damn good. That ain't never gonna be that good. My shell falling apart. I don't care. I like me some sloppy tacos and a sloppy burger. These are some of the best tacos I ever made. By far. That meat is seasoned so well. Guacamole is on point. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what's in my guacamole. So mashed up the avocados. I added some tomatoes, some red onion, also a little bit of jalapeno. And then I seasoned it with a little bit of garlic salt, some of my jalapeno garlic pepper. I added in some complete seasoning, added in some pepper and some garlic powder, squeezed some lime on it. Bah. I'll put that in the description box below too, because people always ask about like guacamole and how to make it. Y'all, this is so damn good. I'm sorry. This is good as hell. I know I'm going in. So look, y'all know I mentioned my seasoning a second ago. I'm sold out. Shout out to y'all. GP fam definitely showed out for me. I sold out in 3 days, y'all. But I want to give somebody a chance to try the seasoning, maybe for the first time or restocking. So I'm gonna do a giveaway. Now, I should have did this a long time ago, but I didn't. I now have a newsletter or a mailing list pretty much where I can give you restock updates, discounts, and stuff like that. So all you got to do is go to my website, goodascanbe.co. It is below in the description. Click there. Soon as the website pops up, there's going to be a box that asks you if you want to join the newsletter. Enter your email address, hit subscribe, and that's it. Now, look, I ain't going to spam y'all. Trust me. Y'all ain't going to be hearing from me every week or nothing like that. I will definitely give you updates. I will definitely give you information about discounts and stuff for sure, okay? So I'm on Sunday. In Sunday's video, I'm going to announce a winner. So all you got to do is go to the website, sign up. That's it. I'm going to announce the winner at the top of the video, and that person will receive the jalapeno garlic pepper and the Cajun lemon pepper, all right? So if you want a chance to win, because again, I am sold out, but I do want to give a giveaway. As a thank you, and also I'm gonna be honest with you, to build the newsletter up, I want to keep you guys informed because I get a lot of emails as well and DMs asking when I'm gonna restock. This is an easier way to connect with you guys to let you know when I will be restocked. All right, so back to the taco. Where did sour cream go? Oh. Yo, I'm making a mess, okay? I'm gonna finish this little bite. We'll get into story time. All right, y'all, so it's about that time. So if food is your thing and what you came for, that's the first part of the video. If story time is your thing, that's the rest of the video. This taco is sitting here looking at me, I'm looking at it, but I will not eat anymore. I just want to get through the entire story uninterrupted, and I don't want to be smacking and all of that. So 2 things before we get started. Please be sure to share this video. If you enjoyed, if you're entertained, you know, share that with somebody else that would also be entertained. You just never know who this video could be seen by. I do believe that I will eventually get a big opportunity out of me sharing my gift and using my gift of storytelling, that it can land me a huge opportunity. Many of you know that I was pursuing TV writing. Maybe this is the way that it happens for me. So sharing can be a really big help to me and just help somebody else, you know what I'm saying, get entertained, give them some entertainment, all right? And then number 2, watch the ads. This applies to me and any other creator that you watch here on YouTube. It is a huge help for us. I would say just treat it just like a TV, like a TV show. So when a commercial comes on, go to the bathroom, put your dishes in the, put your dishes up, make you a drink, whatever. Just allow the ads to play. That is a really big help, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this story is about Adonis and Tracy. Adonis and Tracy are in their 40s. They've been married for about 20 years. They have a 19-year-old son. And they have a great family dynamic. Now, I'm going to take you back a little bit with Tracy and Adonis because they're high school sweethearts. So they both started high school at the same time, both in the 9th grade at the same time. And they noticed each other. They noticed each other, but never said anything to each other. Like never showed interest, but they would see each other in passing. Didn't really have any, mutual friends or anything like that. 9th grade comes and goes, 10th grade comes and goes, and then eventually in 11th grade, they end up at a house party together. It's summer break and they had a house party together, and they finally speak to each other. Not that they haven't spoken, but they show interest in each other. You know what I'm saying? They're flirting, hanging out, dancing with each other. And from that point on, they're basically inseparable, right? So they get through junior year. They are joined at the hip. Everybody, you see them every time between break, passing periods, they are always together. You know what I'm saying? She got on his Letterman jacket. They're always holding hands in the hallway. They're together like in the quad area. Like everybody knows that Tracy and Adonis are an item, right? They are in love, always together. Their families get along. Tracy's family doesn't mind when Adonis comes over, and vice versa. So everything is going really well. Now, entering their senior year at this point, they started thinking about college and what to do next in their junior year, but it's now really time to like buckle down and figure out what's going to happen next. And so for Tracy, it was kind of always clear that she was going to go out of state. She wanted a chance to be away from home, be an adult, make her own decisions. She was going to live on campus, but just wanting to get from under her parents' roof, and also just move out of her hometown. Even if she came back, this was her chance to try something different. You know what I'm saying? And Adonis is like, so you gonna leave? And he's just like, she's like, yeah, now's my chance to do that. I don't want to be stuck here in our hometown forever. I want to try something different. And so, Adonis is kind of going back and forth, not really sure if he's going to go out of state. He's applied for out of state. He's applied for in-state, applied for community colleges. He's given himself a lot of options, and he's smart as well. They both are very smart students, so they can really kind of go wherever they want. Their acceptance letters and stuff are rolling in, right? So on one Saturday, they decide to meet up for lunch. They're going to this hamburger spot. So Tracy is walking up to the hamburger spot, and as she's walking up, she sees Adonis on the corner. Now, he can't see her. His back is turned to her, and she sees him talking to some guy. The guy doesn't look familiar at all. They have a quick exchange. The guy goes on. As soon as that guy walks away, another guy walks up. They talk for a minute, have a quick exchange. That guy goes on. Then Adonis goes into the hamburger stand and sits in a booth. Now, she's just looking at all of this stuff from a distance, and then she walks up, goes to the hamburger stand, and takes a seat. They hug each other or whatever, and they're talking, and Adonis got good energy. He's all hype and everything, you know what I'm saying? And she just kind of observing him, but he's just like talking, but she's kind of like checked out, but she's also like observing him at the same time. She see that he got a new watch, he got a new chain, he got some new earrings in, and, he's asking her questions and she's not answering, like she's not really elaborating. And so he's like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. And he's like, she's like, so the rumors must be true. And he's like, what rumors? I heard that you've been drug dealing. And look at all this stuff that you got on, all this gold jewelry, you got chains on. I saw you on the corner. He was like, that ain't nothing. Like, you tripping. Like, and just because I got something nice don't mean nothing. I got some money from my godmother. And she like, nah, this ain't really adding up. It's been several people telling me that you know what I'm saying, that you messing around. You fucking around the streets. And so he's like, look, come on, miss me with all of that. Let's get through lunch. Like, we ain't even got to do all of this. She was like, okay, well, fine. What are your plans then? Are you going to college? And he was like, no, like, I'm not going to college. Like, I'm going to go to college for what? Go to college, do a bunch of stuff, learn a bunch of stuff that I'm not interested in. I'm going to go into the world. I'm going to have a big-ass loan. I'm going to be in debt. I'm going to be making, $30,000 a year, struggling. Like, why would I do all of that? Like, I'm good. I'll figure it out. And she's like, figure it out by doing what? And so he's just kind of sitting there. He's like, all right, fine. Look, yes, I'm dealing drugs, but I'm not going to do it for a long time. I'm going to do it for a couple of months. Give me some money, get my own spot once I graduate, and I promise you I'm going to figure it out. And she was like, you are so ignorant. Like, why would you have so much potential. Like, why would you do that to yourself? And if you don't want to go to college, at least go get a job, a legal one. And she's like, you sound just like everybody else telling me what to do. And so she just like slams the menu, gets up, and she walks out. And she breaks up with Adonis. She was like, I'm good. Like, I'm not about to get mixed up in this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna either be dead or end up in jail. And I'm not doing it. I am just not doing it. I'm not here for it. I can't. So that's it. She breaks up with him, and they graduate high school, she goes on to college. He continues in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's big time in the streets too. Like, he got people working for him. He got a nice car. Like, he's the plug pretty much. You know what I'm saying? He's the person everybody comes to when they're looking for what they're looking for, right? So freshman year goes by, sophomore year goes by, junior year goes by, Tracy comes back home. And, you know, she hasn't really been keeping up with everybody like that. Like, she doesn't talk to a lot of people from high school. So she comes home, you know what I'm saying? Everything pretty much looks the same in her neighborhood or whatever. And she ends up seeing this really nice Mercedes Benz. And guess who's inside of it? Adonis is. So he pulls up on the side of her and he's like, what's up, Tracy? What's going on? How you doing? It's good to see you. And you know what? She's actually happy to see him because she has not talked to him or seen him since that day at the hamburger stand, right? Or the hamburger spot. So he's like, it's good to see you. How long are you home? She was like, I'm going to be here, you know, my whole break or whatever. He was like, you know, can we go out to eat? And she like, I don't know about all that. She was like, he's like, nah, for real. Like, I want to share something with you. Like, I really want to tell you this. Like, I'm so happy that you're here. Like, you're like the only person I could probably tell this to. And you not judge me. You know what I'm saying? Please, can we please just sit down and talk? And I want to hear about what's been going on with you. So she like, all right. So they go back to the same hamburger stand. They go back to the same hamburger spot. They sit in the same booth they sat in at the last time. And so they sit there and they're looking at each other and they're happy to see each other. They really are genuinely happy to see each other because they missed each other. You know what I'm saying? And they really got along well. And, you know, he loves how beautiful she looks and she looks happy. She looks healthy. And he does too, you know. So she's like, what is it you want to tell me? And he's like, no, tell me about you, what you got going on. She's like, you know, school is going well. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing very well. I joined the track team, believe it or not. Like, I'm out here being an athlete. You know, I've met a lot of people at school. It's a really cool experience. Things are going very well. You know, but what's going on with you? She keeps on trying to put it back in his court. Like, tell me what's going on with you. I see you in this Mercedes Benz. You still got on jewelry. That's what she thinking. Like, what's up? Like, what you up to? He was like, I know you're not going to believe this, but, you know, I left the street life alone. She was like, really? You left the street life alone? He's like, yeah, no, for real, I did. Let me tell you what happened. He's like, you know, my godmother, Donna, she passed away like a year ago. She passed away a year ago, and you know she had money, you know she stayed traveling, and you know me and her always used to go to art exhibits. The first time I ever went out of the country was with her to go check out an art exhibit before. Like, she always looked out for me. We always bonded over art. And when she passed away, she gave her kids the money in the house, but she left me her multi-million-dollar art collection. Now, when I first got it, I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't even understand why she left it to me. But he was like, when I started doing my research and I realized, look at the big picture, you know, I took some time, you know, processing, being, you know, I was grieving that she died. But then I really thought about it. I had a real opportunity on my hands. So I started my own art gallery. She like, what? He's like, yeah, I started an art gallery. He's like, that's everybody's reaction. He was like, you know, it's tough. Like, I'm a young black man. Nobody takes me serious. But he was like, I really learned everything about art from her. And I've been learning more on my own. Like, I got my own art gallery. I've been having exhibits and everything. And she was like, what? He was like, yep, my family is not supportive. Ain't nobody really messing with me like that. But I know that this is going to change my life forever. It is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really, really is. And I'm just grateful. He was like, you know, I'm just grateful Donna looked out for me like that, and she saved my life. Because you were right. You were right, Tracy. If I stayed in the streets, I was going to be dead or I was going to end up in jail. And I'm glad that, you know, I was able to turn things around. I didn't expect this, but, you know, I'm open. And she was like, that's dope. Like, I'm so glad that you were open to that. And I'm glad that Donna looked out for you. I know how important she was to you. And I'm so glad that she exposed you to art and that you're doing something like this. And he was like, yeah. So this turned things around for them. They got back together, you know, they were, you know, he's doing his art thing, you know, traveling the world and stuff like that. She's still in school. She finishes school. They continue to stay together, support each other, love each other. His art gallery is booming. She gets her degree and she ends up going to the art gallery and working with Adonis. So she kind of becomes like the curator. She kind of becomes like the curator / director of this art gallery. Y'all, this art gallery is thriving. I'm talking about they have every piece in there is high end. It's like a high end art gallery. Their gallery is numbered like in the top 10 in the country. This is a spot. It's the spot. When you come, people want to get their work in this art gallery. And they also make it a point, you know, to make sure they're looking out for local artists, people that's up and coming, people that don't really have a voice, people that are really having a hard time breaking in. They try to give exhibits to all kind of people, whether you are well known or unknown. They try to look out for everybody. So this is a way for them to give back to the community, right? So the way that it works is like Tracy pretty much curates and runs the day-to-day operation of the art gallery, and Adonis flies around, you know, looking at different talent, different artists, meeting them, looking at their artwork and getting their, you know, their work to get it in their gallery. Because what'll happen is when they sell anybody's work, they get like a 40-50% commission. That's how it works. So that's what they've been doing. They build a life together. They are wealthy. They have money, y'all. They are really, really popping. They are. So present day, They got the art gallery. They've had the art gallery. They're well known and respected in the industry. Everybody know they got money. A lot of jealous folks in their corner, so they don't really have a whole lot of friends and family that they connect with like that, but they have each other. They've been loyal and down for each other all these years, right? So they have, fast forward present day, they have their son Tristan. Tristan is in college. He's a sophomore in college, and he's away to college, you know. And you know, Tristan is a good kid, you know, quiet, has a lot of friends, knows a lot of people, but really likes to stay to himself. You know what I'm saying? And their agreement while he's in college is make sure you call a couple times a week and always come home on your breaks. You don't have to come home the whole break, but come home like at least a week or two. You know what I'm saying? We want to spend some time with you. So he agrees to that, right? So outside looking in, Tracy and Adonis are an unbreakable, unstoppable team. They are a machine, a well-oiled machine. They got everything that they do on lock, right? Now, while they do well outside of work, at home, things might not be as well. Things might be a little bit rocky. So one day Adonis just, you know, he comes home from, he was out of town. He's at home, and, you know, Tracy comes home and she sees him packing a bag. And she's like, why are you packing your suitcase? You know, Tristan's going to be coming home, and we agreed that you weren't going to, you know, fly or take any trips while he was here. And so he's just frustrated. She's like, what's wrong? Talk to me. What's going on? Why are you packing? And so he stops packing and he pulls out this yellow envelope and he slams it on the bed or whatever, and she opens it. And it's just all these pictures of her, y'all. It's these pictures with her with all of these different women. They coming inside of the house, they leaving in the middle of the night. He got pictures of her sleeping with these women. They in all kind of positions or whatever. And so she's like, she's just floored because she can't believe that he knows her little secret, right? And so she's like, well, how long have you been watching me? And she's like, how long have you been cheating on me? You know what I'm saying? In her mind, she feel like she's not cheating because she messing around with women, right? And so Tracy's like, you know I was bisexual. She's like, yeah, I don't have a problem with you being bisexual. That's fine that you're attracted to women, but this is a monogamous marriage. Like, this is not okay for you to bring other people in our house. You think I have no idea this is happening. And I like, really? Are you serious? And she's like, well, how did you find out? He was like, well, one day I was supposed to go out of town. My flight ended up getting canceled. So I was coming back home. I was gone for a few hours at the airport. Flight gets canceled, pushed back to the next day. I tried calling, you didn't answer. I came home and I saw all this commotion in the house. So I walked on the side of the house and I looked through the back window and I see you with a woman in our bed, right? So I wondered if this is a one-off kind of thing or if you've been doing this when I'm out of town. So sometimes you think I'm out of town and sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. So on the times when I'm really not out of town, I sit on the street and I watch you do your thing. I watch you go to work. I see that you bring these women in late at night. You bring them in late at night and they leave early in the morning. And I decided to take pictures because eventually I was going to have to confront you about this. And she's just like, I don't even know what to say. He's like, yeah, exactly. So he continues packing his stuff. And she's like, look, okay, I get that you're mad, but can you at least just stay and we figure this thing out after Tristan leaves? Like, it's not, please. I mean, I don't want him to come home to this kind of chaos. It's just not fair. I know that I'm wrong. It's just not fair. Can you please just stop? And he's like, well, are you going to stop? And she's like, look, I started doing this because we just never spend time together. Yes, we work together. You travel a lot. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But we don't talk to each other, you know, other than business. You know, I don't know how you're really doing or how you're feeling. I have no idea. We don't go out on dates. We don't spend time together. We don't watch movies. We don't do anything. And I'm tired. And I wanted to spend time with somebody. I miss your touch. I miss everything. So, yes, I brought these women into the house trying to make up for the things that are missing in our marriage. And he's like, okay, like, I get it. I get it. And I'm sorry that I've had to travel so much. I'm sorry that I've been away so much. But look, you see this big house. You see Tristan's college tuition is $40,000 a year. We have a lot of expenses. We have a big life that we have to maintain. That's why we got to do all of this. And I'm sorry, but if you can just stick to the plan, we got a 5-year plan. We will be retired in 5 years. That's all I need you to do is just stick to the plan. And I promise you, I will do better. And all you had to do was tell me where I was falling short and I could have fixed it. And she's like, you're right. I know. I should have said something. I didn't want to seem like a nag. I didn't want to seem like I was ungrateful. I just didn't want to be that wife that's all on your back about shit. And she's like, I'm sorry. I will cut it off. I will stop it. I promise. And as they're talking, they hear the keys jingle at the door. Tristan is now home, right? So Tristan comes upstairs. He comes inside the house and he's like, Mom, Dad. And, you know, Tracy's like, we're upstairs. So he comes upstairs, he got his luggage, his bag, and he walks in, he gives both of them a hug and a kiss, and he's looking at it, he sees his dad's suitcase. He was like, Dad, I thought you wasn't, where you going? And he's like, I'm not going anywhere. He's like, I'm just unpacking. I just got back in town. And so, you know, he covers it up real well, you know, takes his stuff out of the suitcase, agrees to, you know, we gonna hash this thing out. And I'll tell you what, Tristan coming home couldn't have happened at a better time. You know what I'm saying? Because what they really do is they slow down. The art gallery is obviously important, but they're closing a little bit earlier. And they're just spending quality time with Tristan. They're watching movies together. They're going for ice cream. They're eating out. They're cooking together. They're going swimming. They're doing all kind of stuff. They have a great time as a family for 2 weeks while he's at home, right? So this is a great time for them, great time to see Tristan. It feels like that family bond is back together. Their intimate bond is back together as well. So Tristan leaves, goes back to college, and now it's, you know, back to just them two, but they're in a really, really good place, right? So they're maintaining their household life, maintaining the life at the art gallery. Things are going well, right? Going well, going well, going well. So fast forward, that was Tristan's summer break, and now what's approaching is his winter break, right? He's coming home for a couple of weeks, just like he promised that he would, right? So he comes home, sees his parents, happy that they're there, you know, happy to see him. You know, he's catching up on what's going on in college and everything or whatever. And, you know, Adonis steps out to go get dinner. So him and Tracy are just sitting around bonding, talking, you know, showing him the stuff on social media. She's, you know, showing him some different art pieces that came in recently, some stuff that she's really excited about with the exhibit, because Tristan is also really into art. By growing up around art, he's really excited about it as well. So they're talking about that. So eventually Adonis comes home and he went to a ramen spot. So he gets ramen for all of them, puts the ramen there at the table, puts the ramen in front of Tracy, puts the ramen in front of Tristan, and he gets his ramen. They all uncover their ramen. They're getting ready to eat. And so Tristan stops, you know, while they're kind of enjoying everything, you know, slurping and everything, eating their veggies, eating everything or whatever. And he goes, Dad, when you start eating pork? And he's like, it's a new thing. I just started, you know, eating pork. I know I haven't been eating it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I wanted to give it a chance. I haven't eaten it in years, but I just started eating it pretty recently. He was like, I'm surprised. Okay. So they keep on eating, you know, whatever. So the night continues on. Next day, like things couldn't be any better. You know what I'm saying? They are eating breakfast together. They are going to the movies together, watching movies at home, just doing all kind of stuff, being very intentional with their time with Tristan. And then one morning, you know what I'm saying? Tristan wakes up. He sees his dad reading the newspaper on the couch, and he got a tank top on. Adonis has a tank top on, and he was like, damn, Dad, like you getting big. And he was like, what, I look different? He was like, yeah, like you been in the gym. He was like, I told you, like your pops, I still got it. He was like, okay, you know, they just small talking, bonding, whatever. And so one day, you know, another day goes by, Tristan decides to go spend time with his friends. So he's just kind of out and about, and like he knows he needs to be home at a certain time because they're going out for an event. So he calls his mom, and he's like, hey mom, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm at the art gallery, you know, it's closed, but I'm here setting some stuff up. We have an upcoming event, and I kind of just want to get this stuff in place. I don't want to rush. I don't want to be last minute. I got some paperwork to do. And he's like, all right, well, I'm getting ready to go home. You know, I'll be dressed by the time you get home. And she's like, all right, cool. I'll be home in about an hour and a half. And he's like, all right, cool. So he hangs up, he goes home, you know what I'm saying? He's walking, and he passes through the living room, the family area, whatever. And the first room on the left was his parents' room, right? So he's walking by, and he just looks casually because the door is open. He just looks or whatever. And he sees his dad sitting on the bed, but his dad doesn't see him. And he didn't hear him come in the house either. So he doesn't see him, and he's like, he has his shirt off, and he's just like looking down at something or whatever. And Tristan sees it, but then like it catches his attention. He walks back. He looks again, and he's just standing there, but he's just like puzzled. He's standing there, doesn't say anything. Then eventually his dad turns around. He was like leaned over the bed, you know, looking at his phone. So eventually he turns around and he sees Tristan. And he's like, what's going on? Why are you looking like that? Why you look surprised? What's going on? And Tristan is just like frozen, doesn't say anything. He just looks shook. He's like, Tristan, what's wrong? He's like, I thought you were dead. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? My dad said that you died like 20 years ago. What's going on? What are you doing here? Like he's just shocked. And so Adonis is starting to walk towards Tristan. He's like, no, don't walk towards me. Stay there. Don't come over here, please. And so he's like, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, Tristan. Please, Tristan, give me a chance. And Tristan just take off running. So the art gallery is like 2 miles away from their house. Tristan has a car, but he decides to run because he can't believe what he just saw. He shook. So he is running. He's boning out. He is gone. He booking. He is just running through the city, just going. He's running. So he goes 1 block, 2 block, just running, out of breath, keeps on running, pushing, until he makes it to the art gallery, right? Gets to the art gallery, makes it to the door, and just banging on the door. His mom rushes to the door. She opens it, lets him in. It's like, what's going on? Is somebody chasing you? What's going on? What's up, Tristan? Are you okay? And he's like, no, I'm not okay. Nah, something ain't right. I need you to tell me what the fuck is going on. And she's like, what are you talking about? Tristan, calm down. Tell me what is going on. She's like, no, you need to tell me what's going on. Why is Andrew at the house? What makes you think that Uncle Andrew was at the house? He had his shirt off. He has that really big dragon tattoo. I saw it in pictures. And the tattoo, Dad didn't have a tattoo. Dad does not have a dragon on his back. And she's like, honey, okay, I need you to calm down. She's like, your dad actually got that tattoo in remembrance of his brother. Calm down. No, you're lying, Mom. I know you're fucking lying. I saw it in the pictures when Dad would show me the pictures. Besides that tattoo, he also has a really big black mole in the middle of his back, and I saw it. Stop lying. What is going on? Why is Andrew at home? Where is my dad? What is happening, Mom? I need you to tell me the truth. She's like, okay. I need you to calm down, and I will tell you what's going on. No, I need you to tell me the truth. You already just tried to lie. Tell me the truth, Mom. And she's like, okay. I will tell you the truth. I'll tell you what happened, but I need you to calm down. So what he does is he grabs a blade. He grabs a blade that he sees sitting on a desk, and he puts it right up to this piece of art. Now, this piece of art, this work is worth $200,000. So it's like, okay. Put it down, put the blade down, and I will tell you everything. I will. Tristan, I promise to tell you everything, but you have to put it down. He's like, no. If I feel like you're fucking lying to me, I'm about to tear this piece of art up. I'm fucking it up, Mom. Tell me what's going on. What is happening? Why is Andrew at the house? He's supposed to be dead. Like, come on. What is happening? So she's like, all right, look, listen. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, your dad got really sick. Okay, sick like what, Mom? What are you talking about? Okay, look, your dad felt lethargic. He was having these headaches and stuff. He didn't have any energy. He just wasn't himself. You know, he was trying to sleep it off. You know, he was trying to take medicine and it just wouldn't wear off. And he went to the hospital. I took him to the hospital, and it wasn't good. It wasn't really any good news. Okay, what did the doctor say, Mom? Tell me. I need you to tell me the details. What happened? They ran some tests. They ran a bunch of tests, actually, and he had meningitis. He had it for a few days, and it wasn't good. He was admitted, and what, Mom? What happened? Your dad died like 3 days later. Died? Mom, and you never called me? You never picked the phone up, number one, to tell me he was sick and then that he died? Where is Dad right now? Did he have a service? I buried him on my own by myself, and wait. So Dad died. You didn't say shit to me. You buried him by yourself. How fucking selfish can you be? This is why you don't have any friends. This is probably why you don't have any friends. And nobody in the family deals with you. Why would you do something like that? I cannot believe you, Mom. Are you serious? So help me understand why Andrew was here. Please help me understand. Okay, your dad and Andrew fell out years ago. And so for anybody that might not catch up to this, they're identical twins. Adonis and Andrew are identical twins. So they fell out 20 years ago, and your dad was done with Andrew. Done. Adonis wiped his hands of his brother, knew that he'd never talk to him again, so he led you to believe that he died in a car accident because he wanted to protect you from him. Okay, so help me understand. Why is he here? What is going on? Okay, so when your dad died, I didn't tell you. I was afraid to tell you. I couldn't find the words. I didn't know how to comfort you. I couldn't break your heart like that. So I called Andrew because I've been keeping in touch with him through all the last 20 years. I've kept in touch with him. I've checked on him, been sending him money, making sure he was okay. You know, I knew he didn't really have anybody like that. So I've been checking on him. And when your dad died, I called Andrew. I knew he had fallen on hard times. So you did what? What did you do? I offered him $100,000 to just pretend to be your dad for a little while because I knew it would look weird. I knew that if your dad wasn't answering your FaceTimes, if your dad wasn't picking up the phone, if he wasn't in the background when we talk, I knew you would get suspicious. I had to do something. So you paid my uncle to pretend to be my dad? I know it sounds crazy, but I really was just trying to protect you. No, you weren't trying to. No. No, this ain't got nothing to do with me. That's some old crazy psychotic shit, Mom. Are you serious? Yeah, I know it doesn't look good. No, it doesn't look good at all. So you paid him to be my dad? I was going to figure something out after you left. You know, I just wanted to get through winter break. I wanted you to be okay, and I was going to figure something out. What were you going to figure out, Mom? What were you going to figure out? How are you going to make this right? I can't fucking believe you. I cannot believe you that you would do something like this. And you think this is loving? You think that this is a loving thing that a mother would do? I mean, I heard people with money use their money in crazy ass ways, but I never saw this coming, Mom. I cannot fucking believe you. And he runs off, but he has the blade in his hand, so he slashes every single piece of art that he can. Every single piece of art that's on the wall, he slashes every single one of them, and he runs towards the door. He unlocks it, lets himself out, and he just takes off running. He drops the blade and takes off running. He just gone, right? So Tracy just watches Tristan take off. She can't really go after him. She can't leave the gallery open like this. So what she does, she scrambles, goes back to her desk, gets her keys. She's trying to put this paperwork and stuff away. Then she can't help but look at the art that's been ruined. He ruined like $1 million worth of art, and she's like, fuck, just processing that. So she goes ahead, she closes everything up, she locks everything up, she jumps in her car, she drives, she doesn't have her seatbelt on. She gets to the house, driveway empty. No cars, nothing is there. Andrew's gone. Tristan is gone. She goes in the house. She calls for both of them. Andrew, Tristan. Andrew, Tristan. Is anybody here? Nobody responds. So now she's just scrambling. She calls him on the phone. No answer. Going straight to voicemail. She's like, fuck. So now she asks the neighbors, did you guys see anything? Did you see Tristan where he drove? Which way did he go? They're like, he went that way. So every couple people say that. She jumps in her car. She goes that way too. She's driving around for 2 hours, 3 hours. Can't find him. No word. Still not answering his phone. Tries to go to his social media accounts. They're gone. Wiped out. It's like he doesn't even exist. She manages to remember a couple of his friends and has their names in her phone. She calls them. They haven't heard from Tristan. Don't know anything. She goes back to the house and she's just like, fuck. She just doesn't even know what to do. She's calling, still calling his phone. Nothing. Trying to call Andrew. She can't get in touch with him either. That's it. It's like Tristan just fell off the face of the earth. And then eventually, you know, she tries to call the banks and stuff. They have a couple of accounts together that he's on. He took himself off of the accounts and everything. Now, mind you, his parents got money. So he has his own accounts, but he's also on some of their accounts. But he's gone. He's not on those accounts or anything. He drops out of school, everything. Tristan just disappears. That's it. So now Tracy's by herself. No husband, no kid, no friends, no family, no brother-in-law, nothing. Everybody is gone. And she's just sitting in it. Hurt, heartbroken, stunned. Overwhelmed. Just her stomach is hurting. She can't eat. She can't think. She can't sleep. And a year goes by. A year goes by, and the art gallery at this point is not what it used to be. She's barely running it, and eventually somebody comes along, offers to buy it. She buys it, and she gets out of the art thing. She gets out of the art game, and she has plenty of money to live, but she's living this lonely ass life. Nobody with her. Nothing. So like I said, a year goes by, still haven't heard from Tristan. She's still trying to get in touch. Ain't nobody seen him, ain't nobody heard nothing from him. So year 2 is rolling around. She checks the mail, and there's a postcard inside, and it's from Tristan. And he says, you know, I forgive you, but I don't ever want to talk to you on the phone again, or I don't ever want to see you again in my life. You know, you can contact me here, though, if you'd like to. And he leaves some information to contact her on WhatsApp. So their relationship has been reduced to her being able to talk to him on WhatsApp. And not when she wants to. He's going to respond whenever he feels like it. Like he's never going to be able to forgive his mother for the stunt that she pulled. So, and that's the end. You know, so she really used her money to try to cover up the fact that her husband was dead. Like, are you serious how selfish that is? She could have given Tristan a chance to at least say goodbye to his dad. She owed that to him, you know? She owed that to him. Like, I mean, and she didn't know what was going to happen. She knew that Adonis was in bad shape, but she could have given him the chance. Told him that his father was sick. He could have flown in. You know, wasn't like money was a problem. Could have flown in and been there. They could have supported each other and loved each other through that hard time. But she decided to carry that and shoulder that by herself. She didn't tell nobody this man was dead. His son, nobody knew he was dead. Like, how selfish is that? You know what I'm saying? And this story made me think about people who don't tell their family and friends that they're sick, you know, because they don't want to worry anybody. They don't want to be a burden to anybody. And then sometimes people recover and you never knew about what was going on. And sometimes people don't. They're either really sick, they're different things start to happen. They're bedridden, they're hospitalized, they die, and you don't know what happened because you were never given a chance to be there, you know? And I want to encourage everybody out there, like, don't make that decision for your family and friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go through this stuff by yourself. I mean, nobody wants to pick up the phone to say that somebody is sick. But like I said, you know what I mean? Like, give your family and friends a chance to be there for you, to be supportive, and also to be there for the person who was sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, come to the hospital and be next, you know, when they do come to or wake up, that they can see that they're surrounded by love, by family and friends. But I know a lot of people do that. Well, they just sit on it. They don't say nothing to nobody. People be deathly ill inside of the hospital on their last days and won't say nothing to their family and friends because you don't want to worry nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope anybody that might be struggling with that you could do better, because, you know, that's not fair. It's really not fair. You know what I'm saying? So in this situation, you know, Tracy and, you know, Tristan, they could have went through it together. They could have went to counseling. Tristan could have, you know, transferred to a school that was closer to home, and she would have still had her son. She would have still had that relationship. You know what I'm saying? And now that's it. And who knows? Like, Tristan, she ain't gonna never know what's going on with her son. You know, she's only gonna know what he decides to share with her, and she brought that on herself. So anyways, y'all, that's the story time. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you were entertained. I appreciate you. Meet me in the comments. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make the best of the day, y'all. Be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.